Hey, Carl Cholette here with awakehealth.com. In today's video, I will share with you the 4-step formula to build muscle mass naturally and get shredded without gadget, crazy diets, crazy workouts, or useless supplement. My promise to you is I'm going to show you how to build lean muscle mass naturally, lose fat, and get in the best shape of your life. I will simplify the whole muscle building process, cut out the BS and useless information that do not apply to men that want to transform their physique naturally. Who this is for? This is for men who want to build muscle mass naturally and lose fat. This is also for men who are confused and overwhelmed with all the diets and training protocols out there. It's also for men who have tried everything and still have no significant results to show for. It's also for men who are currently stuck on a plateau and cannot seem to find their way out of it. And it's for men who knows that muscle building takes time and does not happen overnight. Who this is not for? This is not for men who are not willing to be consistent and invest some time and effort to get their dream physique. This is not for men who are using dangerous anabolic steroids, HGH, diuretics, or other types of drugs. It's also not for men who believe they need to be in the gym 7 days a week for more than 1 hour at a time. And it's not for men who believe they need supplements to build muscle on their body, because you don't. In the next 45 minutes, you'll know the 4 simple step process to build muscle mass naturally and get shredded. Why most muscle building info out there do not apply to men that are natural. Why building muscle the natural way is the best approach. And why most supplements are useless for building lean muscle mass. My name is Carl Cholette, I just said, and I am a personal trainer and a holistic nutritionist since 2006. My journey started when I was at 16 years old at a body weight of 140 pounds. I am now 44 years old and I maintain a body weight of 200 pounds. I've been natural all my life. No steroids, no HGH, no insulin, no other type of drugs as well. In the past, like around 18 years old, I deadlifted like over 600 pounds, bench 4 to 5 pounds, and squatted over 500 pounds at a body weight of 215 and a height of 5'9". I competed in small powerlifting meet, and I did a little model also on the side. With all these years, I've helped like hundreds of people build muscle and lose fat. Hundreds and hundreds, honestly. And I've got like, since 16 years old and now 44 years old, I've had like 28 plus years of experimentation, trial and errors. And believe me, I've tried all types of training and diets out there. Like I've done powerlifting, I've done like the bodybuilding type, I've done like hybrids of this, I've done calisthenic, I've done workouts like just with a mix of both. And I've tried many types of diet. I've done the carnivore diet. I've done the so many types of diets. I cannot get it on my mind right now. So, and I also stay in great shape yearly at around 200 pounds at around 10% body fat. So that's enough about me. So let's move on. So enough with all the lies. There's so much lies in the muscle and fitness space. I've been involved, like I said, in the fitness industry for more than 28 years. I've seen it all, honestly. And I can tell you that most professional sports athletes and Greek god-looking actors that people want to look like are using some types of drugs to get their muscular and ripped physique. I also can tell you that most muscle building and fat loss information coming from magazines, books, and websites, and even gyms do not apply to men that want to transform their body naturally. And most supplements advertised are complete garbage and even harmful to your health. Most so-called experts promises you unrealistic muscle building result. The only way you will gain over 10 pounds of muscle in a year is if you're a newbie or you've been on a layoff for a long time. So what if getting the best shape in your life was simpler than you thought? There is a simple 4-step formula to build muscle mass naturally. If you apply these 4 steps, you are guaranteed to add muscles to your physique. You just need to put in the time, the effort, and the consistent and be consistent without looking for the next breakthrough program or diet out there that promises unrealistic results. It does not matter if you're 18 years old or 60 years old, you can still transform your physique, add some muscle to your body, and lose fat naturally. So let's dive in the 4-step formula right now. So to build muscle mass naturally and get shredded without drugs, gadget, or crazy diet and useless supplement. So step number 1 is you need to find your why and your goal. I'm just going to move myself a little bit from here. I'm going to put myself a bit smaller so you can see. So step 1, it's what's your goal and what's your why. Your why to build muscle mass and lose fat and transform your physique is crucial. You need to know why you're doing it, because this is your purpose. This is what motivates you to go in the gym, to eat properly, to do all the things that you need to do when the times are hard. So you need to find that why. You need to dig deep inside of you, and you need to find your why. Is it because you want to be healthy? Is it because you want to have more vitality? Is it because of your kids? You want to be around a long time for your kids, or you want to be healthy, and because you know that too much body fat in your body and strength are related for health? Or maybe it's because of your spouse, maybe it's because of your appearance, maybe you just want to look nice and that's it. So it doesn't matter what your reasons are, you need to find your why. You need to know why you want to lose fat and why you want to build muscle mass. And I can give you as an example for me, my reason why is because I want to be in shape until like when I'm 70 years old, even 80 years, sorry about this, even 80 years old, if I get to that, I want to be in good shape. I want to be strong. I want to be like not fat. I want to be mobile. I want to be able to move and play with my grandkids. I have some. So that's my goal. Okay. So again, so you need to define a SMART goal. Like that's an acronym for specific. The S stands for specific, the M stands for measurable, and the A stands for actionable, the R for realistic, and the T for time. Okay, so basically the goal needs to be specific, means to be clear, concise, tangible, needs to be measured, needs to be action, you need to realize, and needs to be time. So here's an example for a 33-year-old man that weighs 165 pounds at 5'10" with a wife and a 3-year-old kid that never done any serious resistance training before with a 40-hour desk job. So here's basically how you would put your SMART goal, or how you would put a goal that will be motivating you and keeping you on track to achieving it. So I will add 10 pounds of solid muscle to my body within 10 months. My arms will measure X inches. So let's say your arms are like 14 right now. My arms are going to measure like 15 inches by that time. My chest will measure, again, 52 inches. My legs will measure like 25 inches. My waist will measure like 31. I will accomplish this by doing 3 resistance training sessions a week and eating at least 3 or 4 well-balanced, healthy meals a day. So this is a well-defined SMART goal. So it corresponds to all the letters, and not the letters, the words in the SMART goal. So it's specific, it's measurable, it's actionable, it's realistic, and it's timed. Okay, so let's move on. So what's your why again? What's your goal? What are you prepared to sacrifice to achieve your dream physique? If you're not prepared to sacrifice some stuff, it will not happen for you. I can tell you that. Well, with my 28 years of training, I can tell you that sacrifices some stuff. When I was younger, I sacrificed going to bars. I sacrificed having a girlfriend because I wanted to be big and strong and muscular. Okay, so same thing today. Like you need to sacrifice something. You need to prioritize muscle building and losing fat if you want to achieve your goal, and it needs to be in the top three at least. Like the first one for sure is family. That's number one. You don't want to put your muscle building and losing fat before family. That's for sure. And also your job or your business, because that's how you get the money to pay bills and to have your family like comfortable. But the third should be body transformation, muscle building, or fat loss. That should be your third. It cannot be going partying, going seeing your friends or whatever. It has to be body transformation. It has to be your goal. It has to be the top three, top four. If it's number 10 or number 15, don't. It's not gonna happen for you. It's not gonna happen. It needs to be like on in your top three at least. So implement new positive daily habits to basically that will help you to achieve your goals. So you need to create some positive habits like waking up a little bit earlier, making sure you're eating like 3 4 times a day, doing your workouts the number that you plan to do, getting your sleep, stuff like that. So you need to implement daily habit, drinking your water, um, not eating like garbage food. So if you need more information, if you need more help with defining your goal and also finding your why, uh, you can schedule a free strategy call with me, and I'll talk about this a bit more at the end of the video. Okay, so step number two. Step number two is resistance training. Duh. So for sure, if you want to build muscle mass, if you want to build muscle, you need to do some type of resistance training. So so you have weights and you have calisthenic to build muscle. Basically, there's other type of ways to build muscle. You can do like TRX. You can buy elastic bands and stuff like that. But the two basic way to do it is weights and calisthenic to build muscle mass. And in my opinion, there's one that's better than the other. For sure, like I believe that weights are way better to build muscle mass than calisthenic. You can build calisthenic, you can build mass with calisthenic, but it's not as easy to progress from calisthenic. It's not as easy to analyze. So it's much easier with weights. It's easier to progress. So that's why I always go for weights first. It can be barbell, can be dumbbell. Doesn't need to be machine, stuff like that. Don't need to spend tons of money to do it. Just a set of barbell and weights going to be plenty. And you can combine weights with calisthenic. Like basically here you have squats, which are king for basically the legs. You have deadlift, and you have like chin up, pull ups. You have push up. You have dips. There are calisthenic type of exercise that you can do with your weights to build your muscle, and focus on the compound movements. Especially if you're a newbie, you don't want to be doing these drop set type of workouts, tons of exercise. Just focus on basically 6 exercise, basically squat, deadlift, overhead press, bench press, a type of row, either a barbell row or a dumbbell row or something like that. And that's basically it. That's what you need at the beginning. Okay, and you would do like 2 or 3 resistance training a week, and you can add like dips to that, can have chin ups, and that would be a complete training program for most people. Even with people who are more advanced, this will work as well to build muscle mass. You don't need to do all the machines and drop set and superset and all that stuff at the beginning. You just need to focus on building your strength first, and by building strength you will get bigger. Okay, so focus on doing about 8 to 12 reps for upper body exercise, like for bench press, overhead press, barbell row, stuff like that. Do 8 to 12 reps, and you can do like 10 to 15 reps for like squats, stiff leg deadlifts. Deadlift, I would put it in the 8 reps to 10 reps. And other types of legs exercise, if you're doing leg curls and leg extension, stuff like that, put it into the 12 to 15 reps. Okay, so focus on good technique. This is really important. You don't want to sacrifice technique for putting weights on the bar or doing it on the reps. So you will get injured with time, especially if you're older athlete or older man. I am 44, like I said, and if I try to push it too much, I will get like joint pain and stuff like that. I've got like I've been training for like a long time, and I've got some sore joint, like it's normal with time. So you need to take it easy. If you're younger, you recuperate faster. It's going to be easier, but still, you don't want to. You still need to focus on your technique first. Learn to do the technique properly. Okay, and progress by adding weights or reps to your exercise, to your movement. Okay, so try to add maybe like a rep every workout, every two workout to your deadlift, your squat, your bench press, doesn't matter, or a rep or two, or something like that. Okay, don't overtrain. This is very important. Don't start doing like a 7 day a week workouts like I did when I was younger. You will not gain a pound if you're natural doing that. Okay, 2 or 3 workouts a week is plenty. Like 3 workouts a week, depending on your stress level, what you have going on in your life. If you're a very busy person, 2 will be enough. If you have more time to rest, make sure to sleep, stuff like that, 3 is good as well. Okay, don't go to failure like I just said. Try to leave like a rep in the tank, and to prevent injuries, and just focus on progressing with your poundage. Listen to your body. If you feel like a tweak, something like that, don't push it that day. Go easier. It's better to do that than to injure yourself, and after that you'll be stopped for like 2 3 a month of not be able to train. I've done that a few times, and it's not fun. So listen to your body. Okay, so again, like I said, focus on progressing. That's the key thing here. Focus on progressing. Do not do endless cardio to lose your fat. You can do it if you want to, maybe once or twice a week, but don't do it every day for hours on end, because this will impact your muscle building capacity. So 1 or 2 a week, or very low impact cardio like walking, stuff like that. It's okay, you can do that daily. That's beneficial. That's healthy for you. But if you like to do a high intensity in training, like you see here with a battle rope or skipping rope or a slam ball and stuff like that, and you do that 2 3 times a week plus 3 times of muscle building, you will burn out, and you will not see any gains for muscle building, and probably with time you'll get injured. So go easy on the cardio. On the first step, I'll tell you how to basically lose the fat if you need to do that. Okay, make sure you warm up before you train your training session. So especially applies when you're older and when you're young too, but when you're young, usually you don't warm up as much because you're more limber. I didn't warm up as much when I was younger. I used to start heavy straight away with the 3 plate deadlift, 315, doing bench press with 2 plates right away. I cannot do this anymore. It's 44 years old. I need to warm up like 15 minutes before to make sure my joints are well warmed up to prevent injury. Okay, make sure you stretch too every day, or at least after you finish your workouts. I recommend every day because it will prevent injuries, and it's also very good to feel mobile and flexible. So, and also again, if you have a question about your resistance training, you need some help to structurize your weight training program. I will talk at the end too how you can book a free strategy call with me, so I can help you with that. Okay, so step number 3. Step number 3 is diet and nutrition. No secret again here, but the way you do it, that's where the secret is. Most people do it wrong. Same thing with the weight training. People do it wrong, like we just talked about. People train too much, train too hard, so they don't gain any weight. Okay, so diet and nutrition, the same thing. They do it all wrong. So if you're natural, you cannot eat the same way as a drug enhanced person that's taking steroid or HGH can. Okay, so basically you need to get more testosterone and HGH in your body. So you need some certain foods for that. Okay, so you need fat. You cannot eat too low fat if you are natural, because your body needs hormones to your body needs fat to produce hormones. So like you can see here, eggs are good, cheese are good if you digest a dairy product. All the fats and the cholesterol in these foods will help bring up your testosterone. And when your testosterone goes higher, you'll build mass, you'll be more confident, you'll lose some weight. Okay. So focus on eating whole organic food. This is not a requirement for building muscle. You can eat non-organic food and you're still going to build muscle mass. You're still going to get protein and fat and stuff like that. But for health-wise, it's better to eat organic. You'll remove a lot of the pesticide and the hormones from the food. And this can goes a long way, because if you have too much like estrogen in your body with the non-organic food, it will affect your testosterone in the long run anyway. So basically focus on whole organic foods. Okay, so 30% of your calories should be protein. So basically daily, and at least 1 gram per pound per body weight. So basically, I weigh about 200 pounds right now. So I try to shoot for about 200 grams of protein. I shoot for more if I'm trying to cut. And usually around one gram is the bottom that I try to take. Okay, 25% to 40% of your calories should come from healthy fat. Like I just said, you got egg yolks, you got cheese, you got your fat on your meat. Those are all good fats. Okay, you need some of those fat. You need the saturated and the monounsaturated fat in your diet to produce your hormones and cholesterol. Okay. So 25 to 40%. So don't go below 25%. 20% is really the lowest you can go, because after that, you will affect negatively your hormones and you'll have a hard time to build muscle mass for sure. Okay. It all depends how much calories you need in the day and what's your goal. Basically, if your goal is to build muscle and get lean at the same time, or build muscle only, or just get more leaner. So your diet will be different in those cases. Okay, so for carbs, 20 to 40% of your calories should come from carbs daily. So again, if your goal is to lose muscle, not muscle, is to lose fat, I would go with about 20% of your calories as carbs, mainly around your workouts, around your training days, and the rest of the time you don't need as much. If you're looking to bulk up, to basically get bigger and stronger, 40% of calories from carbs is going to be more beneficial for you. Okay, it's all depending, it's all context dependent here. Okay, it depends on your activity level. It depends of what you want to do and how lean you are and where you want to go with this. Okay, it also depends on your insulin sensitivity. If you have a poor or very sensitive insulin sensitivity. So basically, if you're more sensitive, you can eat more carbs. It's not going to be deposited as much in fat. If you're not sensitive enough, you have a bit more fat on your body, you have a tendency to accumulate more fat on your body. So you need to play with your carbs and your fat because of that. Okay. You need also adequate calories to fuel your body in training sessions. Around 2,500 to 4,000. It really depends again of your goal, what you're shooting for. Do you want to be a strongman? You want to just build muscle mass and be lean? What's your activity level? Do you move a lot? Do you have a desk job? What do you do outside of that? If you're sitting mainly, maybe 2,500 calories enough for you. If you're moving a little bit, so you'll need to go to 3,000, 3,500. You're very active, you'll need to go to 4,000 calories. So when I was younger, I was born on a farm, and I used to eat like over 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day, and I was not gaining, I was not putting fat at all. I lost fat basically, and I gained muscle mass because I was so active. Okay, so it depends of your activity level. So it depends what you're doing in your day. Okay, and your metabolism. So do not eat fat and carbs at the same time. This is a big important point. Those foods are like basically pizza, chips, candy bar, stuff like that. So all these foods are a combination of fat and carbs, and they will promote fat deposit in your body if you eat those food together. Once in a while is a cheat meal is okay. Don't do it all the time, because you will see that you will get fatter, especially if you don't move enough. Okay, so do protein fat or protein carbs. Okay, and it depends again around your workouts. You can do protein carbs, and when you're not training, you can do protein fat. Okay, so to lose more, to utilize more fat in your body. Okay, so And make sure that you have adequate intake of micronutrients like zinc, magnesium, B vitamins, and other essential minerals to build muscle mass. Those are critical. If you don't have enough zinc, enough magnesium, and B vitamins, you will not metabolize your protein, your carbs, and your fat properly. Okay, so it's essential, and zinc is really important for your testosterone in your body. Okay. Quality mineral and vitamin supplement is good insurance policy for gaps in your diet. Okay, so if you're not eating all the time healthy and like the right amount of food, it's a good insurance policy to take multivitamins. I do it. So, but you don't need any supplements if you're eating whole foods based diet with lots of red meat, eggs, and fatty fish. If you do that, you'll get all the protein that you need, all the essential fat that you need, and most of the minerals too will be is plenty in those foods as well. Okay, and you can supplement that with some veggies and also a little fruit. Okay, so quality food first, supplement only if needed. Okay, but I tell you, the fatty fish, the eggs, and the red meat is what you need to focus on if you're natural. You'll boost your testosterone. You have loads of creatine in meat and fish. You have the cholesterol, the fat, the essential fat in the egg yolk, and the vitamin K2 and all that stuff. So you get what you need. Okay. So reduce to a minimum all processed vegetable oils, sugars, and flours. This is very important because most people eat too much vegetable oils. Like olive oil is okay here and there. Don't cook with it. Just put it in your salad. But the rest of the oil and seed oil, don't touch that. Use the fat from the meat, the fat from the egg yolk, fat from the dairy product, and that will be plenty. You can use coconut oil too. That's the exception for the vegetable oil you can use. It's very saturated, so it's very stable. Okay, but most of the other like canola, corn, soybean oil, all of those are a no. Don't touch that. It will affect your body negatively. It will reduce your testosterone level and basically rise up your estrogen level at the same time. Most of them are GMO too, and your body doesn't absorb them very well. Okay. So again, if you need help with your diet and your nutrition to see what you need, if you have enough of vitamins, minerals, your protein, stuff like that, you can schedule a free strategy call with me for structuring your nutrition. Okay. So step number 4, the last step, again, no surprise, sleep and stress management. Okay. So look at these two feline here, the tiger and the lion. They know how to rest. They rest, and after that, they will go hunt. They will feast. Okay. And after that, it's time to rest. That's why they're muscular, because they eat lots of meat, and because they rest, and also because they do hard intensity type of workout. They run. Basically, they run and they walk. That's what they do. They don't jog. If you jog, you will not build muscle mass. That's something I didn't talk about. If you jog all the time, you have a hard time building muscle mass. It's either you're doing something intense, and after that, you're relaxing. You need to be relaxed, sleep, take power naps. Okay. So, lack of sleep basically equals higher cortisol production. Okay. So, basically, if you don't sleep enough, your cortisol rise higher. With high cortisol equals low HGH and testosterone. And we talked a little bit about that before. You need high testosterone, you need high HGH. So cortisol is a normal hormone. It's a healthy hormone, but you don't want it to be too high though. If it's too high, it will bring down testosterone and HGH, and we don't want that. You need to have the balance here. Okay. So low HGH equal muscle loss, fat gain, and low body regeneration. We don't want that. Low testosterone basically is the same thing. It's you have a hard time to build muscle, you get fat, you have lack of strength, low libido, and depression also if you're low in testosterone. Okay, so the more sleep and nap, the better for muscle building. I suggest at least 7 hours a night with naps. You can shoot up for 10 hours. When I was younger, again, I used to take sleep at least 10 hours a day total with naps and stuff like that. And I gained weight very, very fast with the good workout and the diet and the mindset. Okay. So here you can see, I'm going to move myself a little bit. You can see basically that's HGH while we're sleeping, basically. So the blue bar tells you sleep. at night between like 11 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and you can see I get a big spike at night. So it's important to sleep. You can see the white one here is basically a sleep deprivation at night. So you see, if you don't sleep, you don't get much of output of HGH. So that's not good. But if you take naps or you sleep during the day, you have the same thing. You will get an input. You get like more HGH secretion. Okay, so we have it here. So same thing with testosterone here. So basically, you have the difference between low and high testosterone. Basically, you have lack of focus, like excellent mood. You're more tendency to build muscle mass and be leaner. And when you have low testosterone, you have more tendency to gain fat and lose muscle mass, which we don't want in our case. Okay, so here's some guidelines for better sleep. So basically, you don't want any electronics at least 3 hours before bed. So this is phone, tablets, laptops, and to some extent also TV. But TV, you're further away from the screen, so it doesn't damage as much. But the phones, the tablets, and the laptop, those are bad. They have blue lights in it, and it will like basically affect your sleep, your circadian rhythm, and would mess up your sleep. Okay, and you want to make sure to sleep good, to have a lot of output of HGH and testosterone during the night, okay, and to repair. Okay, so you need a dark room as well for sleeping. I mean, like pitch black dark in your room. And in the morning, you want to get basically when you wake up in the morning, you should go outside and get natural sunlight early in the morning. Basically, that will reset your circadian rhythm and make sure that you sleep good at night. Okay. And make sure you eat your last meal at least 3 hours before bed. This will make you, it's going to be easier for you to sleep because all the food's going to be digested and you'll sleep like a baby at night. If you eat too close, too heavy before sleep, especially when you're like older, like it will affect your sleep. I can tell you that. When I used to be younger, in my teens or even in my 20s, even in my early 30s, I could eat like big meals like before going to sleep. Didn't affect my sleep. Nowadays, at 44, I can tell you if I eat too much, too heavy before sleep, I will have a bad night. So I make sure to keep at least 3 hours before I go with my meals. Read a real book before going to bed. So instead of taking your tablet, your phone, or your laptop, just read a book. If you want to build muscle and lose fat, just buy yourself a book from Amazon or your close library and read the book instead of going on the internet. The book's gonna, first of all, there's no blue light in your face. It's just a regular book. It will make you more sleepy and you will fall asleep faster. Okay, so let's talk about stress now, stress management. So high chronic stress equal same thing, high cortisol, same thing as lack of sleep basically, and it equal also fat gain and muscle loss. So how to manage your stress naturally, because we all have stress. We have jobs, we have businesses, especially with the situation in the moment. There's lots of stress with this situation in the world right now. So, and we have kids, we have spouse. So there's lots of stress surrounding us. Can be good stress, bad stress. It's stress. Okay. So too much stress will get us chronic stress, which will equal high cortisol with time. So we need to relax. We need to balance it. Basically, you need the stress. It's normal, but you also need to relax. And today we're always stressed, but there's no relaxation. If you're always stressed, it's going to be hard to build muscle mass because you have high cortisol, like I just said, and you're going to get low testosterone, low HGH. Okay, so how to manage your stress naturally? So basically, you need to organize your day with enough time. You need to plan your day. You need to allocate enough time to doing your tasks without being stressed. Okay, you need to prioritize the things you have to do. So yeah, put your list and say, okay, the most important thing, drive the kids to school, go to work, stuff like that. That's our priority. But painting your room is not a priority. So if you don't do it, it's not the end of the world. So basically, you can take a nap instead of painting your room or doing something else that's not as important. Okay. So take a 20-minute power nap basically every day if you can. Not too long, because like for myself, I sleep too long during the day. I will not sleep at night again. So some people are different, but short power nap, like 10 to 20 minutes will do wonders. You can do that two times a day and sleep at night your regular hours, like 7 to 9 hours at night. Okay. Walk or hike in nature, in fresh air, in the sunlight, with the trees. It will relax you for sure. Okay. Do any hobby that relax you. Basically, it can be anything that you like to do, as long as it's relaxing. Meditate. You can deep breathe. You can do yoga as well. There's so many ways to do it. Just make sure that you take some time to relax each day and not always on the higher flight hormones all the time, because it's going to be hard to build muscle mass and even lose fat if you're always stressed out. You need to calm down. You need to relax. Okay. So that's it. So these are the 4 simple steps to build muscle mass naturally and get shred and get lean. Okay. So you have now all the information you need to build muscle mass and naturally lose your fat. By applying these 4 steps, you will build all the muscles that your genetic potential allows naturally. If you need help, the best way for us to work together is to start with a free strategy call, like I just mentioned you earlier. Okay. So I will go and basically on this call, we will go in more details with the 4 steps. In doing so, you will get the clarity and the direction to actually reach your muscle building and fat loss goal much quicker than doing it on your own. Because, like I said, I have 28 years of experience in muscle building. I've seen it all. I've got kids. I've got a kid. I got divorced. I've done 2 jobs at the same time. So I can adapt to basically anybody. Basically, I can adapt to a dad that has 3 kids, 3 young kids, and doesn't sleep, and I can adapt to a guy that's like basically 18 years old, 20 years old, and has no responsibility aside from working. You have all the time in the world to train. So these 2 training and these 2 ways of building muscle and losing fat is going to be totally different, because the dad that has a full-time job and 3 kids and a wife and is stressed cannot train the same intensity and do the same thing as the younger person with all the time and relaxing more. It's going to be different, that's for sure. But if you want to have a structured program with me, I invite you to basically just schedule a free strategy call with me, and we'll go over that. We'll look at we'll find your why if you need to. We'll define your goal, and basically we'll talk about your training, your diet, and also your sleep aspect. Okay. So I only work with people I can really help, and the only way to know is by speaking to you or one-to-one to find out what your needs are. Okay. And don't worry, this is not a pressure call. I will not try to sell you my coaching program and stuff like that. If we're a good fit, if you see the value in that free strategy call and you want to work with me, find that's going to be fabulous. If you don't, if you have enough in that free strategy call and you want to go by your own and do the rest by your own, it's fine too. So you will get you have the information today to start, and if you need more detailed information, that strategy call will help you a lot to basically define each aspect to get you going further. So go ahead, just schedule a call with me. You see the link on the bottom here. This may be a link also around this video. Just click on it, or just go to my calendly.com page and just answer the few questions I have on that page, and we'll talk. So thank you very much for listening to me, and take care. Bye-bye.